All right, we have some major breaking news, and just listen to this. The President of the United States, in an attempt to distract you, is threatening to revoke the citizenship of American celebrities. Citizens who were born here, who have grown up here, are now being threatened by the President of the United States. The same week, his admin very clearly covered up the Epstein client list. The same week, Texas is grieving due to catastrophic flooding. And the same week, Trump has shown an inability to end any of the wars across the globe. He is now trying to distract you with this post right here. So I want to break down why he's doing this. I want to break down the negative effects and make sure that we are not being distracted. Because Rosie O'Donnell, just 2 days ago, happened to post a video about how the Trump administration removing funding from NOAA and the NWS led directly to preventative measures being stripped away in Texas. It's no coincidence that 2 days later, Donald Trump sends out a post that reads, "Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity," says the president, "and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland. If they want her, God bless." This is sick, and I think there are a few reasons this is happening. Number one, he's clearly trying to distract us. To all the Trump supporters who watch my videos and who comment on my videos, that's fine. I actually urge you to watch my videos. Can you admit that the president is very, very clearly trying to distract you, saying, look over here, look away while we are covering up the Epstein client list. Look over here while our FBI director and deputy FBI director fight with our Attorney General. I mean, this article says, inside Dan Bongino's tense meeting with White House officials over Jeffrey Epstein fallout. And I don't want to go too deep, but Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino reportedly lashed out at top Trump officials, and it got incredibly intense. Why is that important? Because I want to make sure we are not fully being distracted and falling for Trump's look over here. He also passed a big, ugly bill that will hurt the most vulnerable Americans and remove Medicaid from people who need it, from Americans who need it. So let's go back to this post right here. This comes off the back of Rosie O'Donnell posting this video exposing Donald Trump.
And what a horror story in Texas. The flash floods in Texas, the Guadalupe River. 51 missing, 51 dead, more missing. Children at a camp. And you know, when the president guts all of the early warning systems and the weathering forecast abilities of the government, these are the results that we're going to start to see on a daily basis, because he's put this country in so much danger by his horrible, horrible decisions and this ridiculously immoral bill that he just signed into law. As Republicans cheered, people will die as a result, and they've started already. Shame on him. Shame on every GOP sycophant who's listening and following the disastrous decisions of this mentally incapacitated POTUS.
Very well said. And then 2 days later, Donald Trump threatens to revoke her citizenship after like a decades-long feud. This goes back to the 90s. This is a reality TV feud that Donald Trump has carried from the 90s into his presidency. It's bizarre. It's absurd. Rosie O'Donnell has officially responded, and I want to read that in 1 second. But the scary part is MAGA is now cheering this on, openly and brazenly cheering this on. They don't see the irony or the fascistic aspects of the president trying to unilaterally strip away somebody's citizenship, which number one is illegal. Number two is authoritarian as hell. It's dictatorial, and only Congress has authority over naturalization or denaturalization, which is still different than somebody born here losing their citizenship, which just doesn't happen. You just cannot do that, especially as the president. I would love to sit down with one of the Trump supporters who thinks this is funny or a good troll and explain to them what happens when a Democratic president gets into power and begins to threaten to deport Steve Bannon or deport Donald Trump or deport whoever. Rosie O'Donnell then said, "Hey, Donald, you're rattled again. 18 years later, and I still live rent-free in that collapsing brain of yours. You call me a threat to humanity, but I'm everything you fear. A loud woman, a queer woman, a mother who tells the truth, an American who got out of the country before you set it ablaze. You build walls. I build a life for my autistic kid in a country where decency still exists because she moved to Ireland. You crave loyalty. I teach my children to question power. You sell fear on golf courses. I make art about surviving trauma. You lie, you steal, you degrade. I nurture, I create, I persist. You are everything that is wrong with America. I'm everything you hate about what's right. But what's still right with it, and you want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead and try. King Joffrey with a tangerine spray tan. I'm not yours to silence. I never was. Rosie. I love the King Joffrey comparison. You know what's sickening? When the Irish PM came to visit Donald Trump, he even brought up Rosie O'Donnell and wanted him to threaten Rosie O'Donnell, but the Irish PM doesn't even know who she is.
Ireland is known for very happy, fun-loving people. Great attitude, many in this room right now that I've met. Why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland? I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
That's true. Thank you. I like that question.
Mr.
Do you know
Are you expecting?
Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The Irish Prime Minister clearly doesn't even know who Rosie O'Donnell is, despite Rosie O'Donnell being in his country, because he's a normal world leader. World leaders aren't keeping tabs on celebrities' daily lives in a petty, vindictive way. Is Donald Trump tracking People magazine at the grocery store shelves to see what Rosie O'Donnell is up to? To all the MAGA supporters who are going to inevitably comment on this video, which I actually welcome. I think it's fine to watch my videos and to troll comment. It's fine. I want to make sure my videos are reaching a wide array of people, especially the people who need to hear it, like Trump voters. You cannot just say Trump is trolling when he's releasing this at a very key moment. How are you not still mad to the MAGA voters or to anybody that Trump 2 days ago was covering up the Epstein client list? His admin is currently falling apart, especially as it relates to the DOJ and the FBI and the wings that are supposed to be investigating and protecting Americans. They are falling apart because they are covering up the sexual abuse of Americans. We can talk relentlessly about the big ugly bill that he just passed that he's lied about. They lie and say that this will help only the lower and middle class in America, when in fact it is incredibly regressive, meaning wealth redistributes from the lowest classes up to the highest classes in a way that just creates a less cohesive, less great America. On top of that, Trump can't get his damn mind right when it comes to the wars. He wants to strike Iran, then he doesn't, then he wants to help Israel, then he wants to help Israel more. With Russia and Ukraine, he was letting Putin dog walk him for months and months and months, and then he randomly is now giving them defensive weaponry. It's all despicable because he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you drop a like below. Subscribe to the Adam Mockler channel for breaking news updates. We will continue to push back. And listen, we have live streams coming up, debates coming up. I promise you, we have been working really hard behind the scenes to build out the studio, build out this infrastructure. We are hiring producers, getting everything ironed out and streamlined. It's going to be great. And as the midterms, the 2028 elections and beyond ramp up, what we're building now is only the groundwork. It's only the base of something that's going to be great. So if you want to be here along for it, yeah, make sure you subscribe. I love you all, and peace out.